Hi everyone, welcome to the M1 Hackathon finale event. Everyone should be slowly coming into the room now, so we'll give everyone a chance to join us and to load their screen and make sure everything is looking good. I'm really excited to be going through the top projects today and announcing our winners in the M1 Hackathon. It's been an absolutely amazing hackathon experience. The things that we've seen built have been really, really cool. And I'm really looking forward to seeing some of the top teams present today. But just know that they are not all of the great projects built during the hackathon because we couldn't physically fit them all in one event. So we're really excited to see our top teams pitch and to announce our winners today. Before we do that, I would like to invite Rahat, who we've seen lots during the hackathon, up to join me on stage. I think we also would love to have, let me see if I can find you in the crowd. If Torab, if you're here, I can't find you, but that doesn't mean you're not here. There's quite a few people here, and it's just not searching. I just can't search for you. But if you are here, pop a message in chat, and I'll make sure to invite you up as well. But otherwise, Rahat, welcome. Thank you for joining us for the finale event. Before we see our top teams, let me change the view so that we can all see you. Before we see our top teams, would you like to speak a bit about the hackathon, speak about what you're looking forward to seeing, and everything to intro the event today?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for, first of all, Encode for putting all this together. It's been an awesome experience. And of course, like to everyone who's participated, you guys are all what makes this like really special. So thank you for coming in and building on us. It is very difficult to go through this round of projects because like a lot of them are really, really good. Specifically in a couple categories, it took a lot of deliberation between a bunch of us to actually get to who the winners would be. But yeah, everyone, the folks who have been invited here to pitch, y'all are of course like the finalists. But even if you're not part of this list in any way, that doesn't mean you didn't do amazing. It was just super hard to narrow it down and pick a few. But yeah, thank you all for joining in on us, dealing with me and some of the issues we may have had. And hopefully you guys felt supported through the whole thing.
Yes, so we did have some technical difficulties through the hackathon, but luckily that didn't seem to impact the quality of projects, which obviously we love to see. We also have Torab here. Welcome, Torab. Thank you so much for joining us for the finale event. I'm not sure how much of the projects you've seen, but I hope you're excited.
Oh no, I am excited. Thank you, Rebecca. Actually, so Rahat has been drip feeding me some of these, projects, but in order to make it so that I don't have any inclinations towards certain projects over others, to be a fully impartial judge, I don't know too many details. So to the people who will be pitching and the participants, just know I might ask you stupid questions, but that's truly because I didn't want to have any favorites coming into this.
I was going to say, I saw one of our pitchers earlier say that they were nervous. And I was going to say, there's no need to be nervous. It's going to be great vibes, but maybe there's a little reason to be nervous. But you're all going to do great. And we're really excited to see your projects and your pitches, which I know you've all been working so hard on. So that being said, we will jump right in because we have lots of teams to get through. To start off with, these are our finalist teams. So we have 10 top teams. So that is obviously a lot of pitches to get through. Hopefully all of our speakers have made it today to join us. We're going to start off with Team Trace. So I'm going to have a look for Parachute in the room. As I say, we've got a lot of people in today. So if I don't seem to be able to find you, if you could help me out by putting a message down in chat, it will help me immensely. I can't find our speaker for Team Trace. Parashid, if you're here, can you put a message in chat? Otherwise, we will move on to Team Movers Maps. So Soki and Ava, I know you're both here, so I will invite you up and we'll move forward and hopefully go back to Team Trace.
Hello? Can you hear
Hi.
me?
Yes, we can hear you. And I think Ava is also here. Yes, Ava World here. Amazing. Okay. We will hand over the stage to you all, and we're excited to hear about Movers Map.
Okay. Sorry, can you see my screen? You can see my screen,
Yes.
right?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Full screen.
All right, let's go. Hello, everyone. My name is Soki, and in the next few minutes, we'll be giving you an intro and demo of the tab we've built for the M1 Hackathon. First of all, let's kick off with a project overview. What is Movers Map? Movers Map is a live on-chain interactive map built on Movement Network. It turns real ecosystem activities into a fun and visual experience. It also serves as an onboarding and outreach layer on the Movement Network. What are some of these problems we saw before building this? We noticed that the Web3 ecosystem is growing fast, but visibility and engagement remain fragmented. Users find it hard to navigate their way around an ecosystem, and projects struggles to see where the users are and the region where they are as well. So without simpler, enjoyable onboarding experience and better engagement tracking, users drop off early and ecosystem growth slows down. The solution we've come up with for this is simple. We've built a dApp that transforms ecosystem activity into a visual, interactive experience, making it easy for users and projects to see what's happening, join in, stay engaged, and it also provides a single entry point that bridges the gap between discovery and participation. We've developed a lot of tools and features to make this possible. With that being said, let's jump right straight to the demo where I will show you how it works. So this is the landing page of Movers Map. As you can see, it has a lot of tools to help you navigate your way across the map, and also a lot of tools to help you use the features of the map. You can also see projects and users pin all across the map. Now let's go ahead to pin ourselves on the map. To pin yourself, you connect your preview wallet. This way, even a newbie can easily pin themselves on the map. And you get an embedded wallet which you can use to transact or make transactions all across the movement ecosystem. You connect your socials, provide some full details, and then you review and then you pin yourself on the map. After pinning yourself on the map, the next thing you want to do is to get some move to interact with all the features on the map. That takes us to our second build of the hackathon, which is money moves. We built money moves to make on-ramping and off-ramping to the movement blockchain easy for individuals. We've done this so that even you can easily get on board, buy move, sell move, and also get move to develop and use the ecosystem that's all across the movement ecosystem. So after getting the move, we have a lot of features on the map, but I'm going to demo just some of them. One of them is the give features where you can give move to other users scattered all across the map. This is a way of spreading love all across the movement ecosystem. Another feature is where you can buy frames to beautify your pin across the map, and also buy relics, which you can use to make interactions and enjoy the whole gamified experience of the map. The main features of our map is the treasure feature. This feature is the best features of the map because this way we can easily promote projects, and then users can also earn from promoting those projects. Projects can plant treasures on the map which users can find and then get rewarded for it. So my colleague Ava is going to take it from here.
Yeah, thank you very much, Suki. Yeah, like Suki was saying, we wanted to. All right, so thank you, Suki. Like Suki was saying, we have built Movement Smart to be an interactive platform, like he said. So, and one of the things, reason why we built Movement Smart is because ecosystem and projects are looking for ways to interact with the community, and to make this more seamless. We have built Movement Smart to do just that. Okay, and there's such a huge opportunity in the market for in the Web3 space. There are over 100 million wallets, active wallets, and over 10,000 active projects that are looking for ways to interact with one another. So Movers Map does just that. And currently we have over 6,000 users already across all of our different platforms, and we have over 2,000 pings already, and more than 800 to 1,000 treasures that have been claimed from Movers Map. So, and with our V2, we have enabled on-chain functionalities. We've improved on many of our functionalities with V2, and we also created money moves to make onboarding easier, as Okeda said earlier. So that means everybody, whether Web3 native or Web2 native, you can easily get moved to use on the Movers Map. Okay, yeah. So this is just the beginning, all right? So we are looking to do more. So and it's just more that it's more than a map, it's a movement. All right. So thanks for having us. I'll put your questions.
Torab, I think you might have had a question like halfway through. Do you want to share now?
Yeah. So I guess I didn't realize the time constraint was that strict because I felt like it was really fast. Soki went like super speed. I wasn't sure if he just put himself at 1.5x speed, but that was good. My question was more so around, okay, so how easy or hard is it for someone to sign up today? So do they already have to have a wallet, or can they just not have any wallet at all? Like, what are the, if I was to tell my uncle, hey, I want you to sign up to the Movers Map, what would I have to ask him to do?
If your uncle were to sign up to the Movers Map, it's going to be very, very easy for him. He does not need to have a wallet, so no stress of keeping a passphrase or your private key. All he needs is his email address, because we've integrated Privy embedded wallet to make sure that new users and non-Web3 native users can easily sign up on the map using just their email address. So with your email address, you get your embedded wallet, which you can use to transact all across the map without having to sign in transactions from an external wallet, or without even having to have any Web3 knowledge whatsoever. So all you need is your email address. Without a wallet, you can sign up and use all the features of the map.
Okay, got it. And thus far, what have been like the main the people who sign up? What do they usually do with it? I mean, it's just an amazing visual. I'm only asking this question just so I understand, by the way. So
Okay,
what have we seen in terms of users?
Okay, for the main for the users, actually, the main features what they do with the map is that they hunt for treasures. Just like I was saying, we've successfully planted about over 800 treasures on the map, and these treasures does stay long on the map. Whenever the treasure is active on the map, we see a lot of users come in and claim them. I personally have planted a lot of Web2 related treasures because I have a gaming community. I've planted gaming XP that I can say, okay, I have this gaming XP on the map. You guys can go claim it. And believe me when I say these guys are Web2 guys, but they go straight into the map, they look for these treasures, connect the wallets, and then they start claiming the treasure. So the treasure is one of the main features that people use for the map. The second feature that we've gotten for projects is that they've come into the map to plan their treasure. So we've actually have a lot of projects to promote their project on the map through the quest and the treasure features. So why the last one that I've noticed for myself is the gifting feature. The gifting is very, very rampant. I mean, even in our version one, if you go there every day, you'll be seeing a lot of gifts flying all around left and right. And one thing I love most about the map is the interface. And that is what a lot of users have also told me they love about the map. That you can easily navigate through this way and see this person, navigate through this way and see this business whatsoever. So that is why one of our goals is to reach out to individual businesses scattered all across the region. If they can plan themselves on the map and we can get them to start accepting Move token, we can get those users to easily find those businesses on the map. So this is one of our long-term goals that we have on the map.
That's amazing. I was just going to say my first initial use case while you were talking at the very beginning was there's, I don't know if you know this, but we actually have over 250 merchants, mostly majority in Nigeria right now, who accept Move token as payment. This would be an amazing way for them to be able to be, locatable, we'll call it, so that people know where I can go and use Move. So this is amazing.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you very much to the Movers Map team for presenting. We're going to move on to our second team now, which is Sports Move. So I'm going to invite Samir up to join me on stage, and Soki and Ava, I'm going to move you backstage again. Thank you very much for presenting. Samir, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Oh, very efficient. Oh, wait, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Fantastic. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Please let me know if you see the Sports Move on the screen.
Yes, we do.
Fantastic. Thank you guys for having me. I'll kick off. So everyone, welcome to Sports Move. We're a sports betting app, and we're the ideal consumer app with our Shinami integration. We're a gaming app. We gamify sports, and at its core, obviously, a financial application. SportsMove can be used via a normal wallet connection or an invisible wallet using Shinami wallets to streamline mainstream user adoption. So we'll sign in right now with Clerk, and that'll correspond to a user ID, which on verification will be logged in with our Shinami wallet. And we have an in-app move faucet. You don't need gas because you're using Shinami. For this demo, we're going to use the external wallet, so I can go end to end and show you how the move faucet that we've built in-app works. And this is just for the hackathon purpose, so users can have fun with it easy. We have SMUSD, which is a placeholder in a hackathon format for USDC. Obviously, in a production format, we'd use USDC, but this is just, again, hackathon UX, right? We want people to get going with the app. So we'll mint a few thousand SMUSD here and start making some bets. All the games you see here we're making bets on are generated automatically using real-world data integration and an Oracle service, which we'll demonstrate later. Everything from the markets, the real-time market odds updates, and market settlement, where we pay out bets that are winning, happen automatically without any interaction from our core team. It's a self-living organism. So we're making some bets here, and you'll pay attention to the move balance, the SMUSD balance we have. I do end up making a bet off screen, but we'll look at where we start in the next clip. So these are our active bets that we have open at the moment. Now we're at 760 SMUSD. This is a 4-hour clip cut down because odds change. You'll notice games are going live, and as games go live, we're using real game data to reflect real game odds. Again, none of this, even in a hackathon format, is stubbed. It's real world data influencing real world odds. You'll notice the games over this 4-hour shift automatically go from pending to live to closed. And as they close, there's automatic settlement of bets where you get paid out. So we've gone up 100 SMUSD right now. And as our games are closing up, new games are going live. And this is all live. This is all real. So we'll go below and we'll see out of all the bets we made, we have a nice little chart here. We only won one bet, 117 SMUSD, automatically paid out, and that reflects in our balance. So at the heart of our application is a Fly.io deployment, which acts as our Oracle service. Again, in production, we'll shift to Chainlink, but this offers a clear view as to how the platform works. We're bringing real games on-chain as markets as they become available at their provider level. We're updating their odds in-game, live, and we're settling these games and paying out bets using real-world data. Even at this hackathon level and stage, our team could disappear tomorrow, and the game would continue to work in perpetuity with new markets, closing, etc. We're a production-grade team, and I'm a staff-level engineer who's built products for companies like FanDuel, and those products have gone on to make $28 million a quarter in profit. We know this is a strong market, and with movement settlement speeds, we know we have the team to bring this market to movement and get some real revenue going. So with that, thank you guys for your time. I hit 3 minutes, I think. So.
Thank you very, very much, Samir. Tarab, did you have a question?
Sure. A few questions. So you guys don't use, I know some projects, they use like ESPN APIs to be able to pull in data. You guys are just pulling it straight from Chainlink?
No. Chainlink is the absolute end game for us. We're using a bespoke Oracle service, and we have our own admin signers, which with this Fly.io deployment, those admin signers are the only addresses able to publish games on chain, update the odds on chain, and settle bets on chain. But the end game is that we would use a decentralized Oracle service rather than a centralized point of failure. But this was just to demonstrate how we could do it at this stage, and it's self-existing, and how we could do it in the future.
And to confirm, the only people who can make markets are the admins, which is okay. I'm just confirming. Okay, got it.
Yes, dedicated admin Oracle addresses, which would be replaced by Chainlink in a future production state.
Got it. And when you guys, when a market is created, do you guys take like Vegas odds to like start the spread? Like, for example, if someone's like a 10-point favorite, for example, or does it start like as a 50-50 V2 pool where whoever gets first can kind of arb that?
This is mainly based on house odds. This is not a prediction market odds where it's influenced by the bettors on either side. It's completely house oriented with real game odds in real time as teams are scoring, reflecting the updates.
Okay, got it. So if there ever was, for example, if you guys are your own house, and Vegas in that moment, whatever that means, Vegas, right? If they have different odds, someone could potentially arb between the two, but most likely they're probably going to be kind of pretty close.
Yeah, we do use our own odds, but we use existing bookmakers to influence those odds because we're not production grade by any standard. So we do have an averaging to keep us in sane check, but basically that's it. Yeah. And about the ARB and stuff, we've talked about a future state where we can tokenize these bets, and that way pre-settlement, we can have these be their own financial products, which is a new bespoke thing to the market, where you can't do that in the traditional world, where you can arbitrage a bet you got in at great odds and market and sell it on a secondary market to somebody else who wants to come in.
Got it. And last question I had was, is the end goal to have a mobile app like iOS and Android where people can just download and sign up?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that's where the Shinami integration comes in, is where we can imagine a world where rather than just authenticating, there can be a Stripe integration where we can have funds transferred in a very clear way, and then we can front the USDC, obviously with a pending state for transfer out of the system until such time the Stripe funds clear. Again, we'd use Chainlink for verifying all that on chain.
Cool. That's all my questions I had.
Thank you very much, Samir, for coming and presenting Sports Move. We're going to move on now to our next team, which is The Village. So, Samir, I'm going to send you backstage. I'm going to invite Jamari up to join us to come and present The Village.
Good
Hi,
day,
Jamari,
good
welcome.
day. Howdy. Glad to be here. All right, I'm sharing my screen.
Looking good?
All right. Wait, let me make sure I got them set up. All right. Good day. My name is Jamari Peterson, and I'm building The Village, a community reinvestment platform and movement that turns service, capital, and coordination into real measurable community progress. So what does this mean? Communities run on people giving their time, skills, and money towards shared goals. But that system is mostly invisible and full of friction. Service hours go untracked or sit in spreadsheets. So contributors are often undervalued and coordination breaks down. Funding flows through opaque channels, projects stall, and trust erodes. And when real needs arise, like home repairs or urgent family support, communities can't move fast enough to act together. So the will is there, but communities lack an operating system for accountability, speed, and shared ownership. The Village fixes this by connecting 4 things into a single loop: verified membership, time-based credits earned through service, transparent community funding pools, and on-chain governance for approvals and payouts. In practice, this means people can serve, earn credit, and reinvest into real projects with visibility from end to end. Now, as I walk you through this user journey, you'll see the service dashboard where members connect via their social login. They create a wallet's created automatically, and they can request access and immediately see active projects and treasury activity. The time dollar system is simple. When a community is in one accord, members log their service hours with context, and then approved validators review them. And once approved, time dollars are simply minted to the member, which can be leveraged for a variety of activities, such as the treasury and governance. Funds and proposals are tied directly to the projects. Projects can be funded with time dollars, stable coins, or some mix, depending on your community rules. So as you see a project view here, you can see the funding targets, required service hours, milestones, and the on-chain record of what was approved and paid out. This removes guesswork. The ledger becomes the impact report. And finally, we have our funding pools, where supporters contribute stable coins to share pools with a clear path towards larger community assets over time. That's the loop: join, serve, earn, reinvest, and prove it. So we built this on Movement because it relies on frequent small actions where service logs, approvals, and project payouts are easy and practical. We use Privy embedded wallets so users can onboard, get a wallet, and transact without managing keys while still signing securely. It feels like a consumer app, but using crypto infrastructure. Communities use this because it solves a daily operational problem: coordinating help and funding with trust. Revenue comes from organizational setup and configuration, plus small fees on stablecoin flows into community funds and projects. So it scales with usage. So the Village is live on Movement today on the testnet. If you want a consumer-grade app that coordinates real community action, vote for the Village and help bring transparent community to the market.
Thank you very much, Jamari, for presenting The Village, and also a pitch for the People's Choice, I can tell, based on asking people to vote for you. Torab, did you have any questions?
Yes. First of all, Jamari, nice to hear your voice, brother. Hope all is well.
Always a pleasure. Enjoying life.
So for this, my understanding is, okay, based on, again, I have no background coming into this. So if I am let's say a boys and girls club and I need some volunteers, or if I want to maybe work on a renovation or do some kind of activity to, clean up the streets, wash away graffiti, how would I do this? Like, can you walk me through how it would work?
Yeah, basically, once you come on, you would create your community, and once the community is launched, you basically provide all the services that you, as the admin, administrator, or validator, will want to offer to the community. You select your validators, people that can approve those actions. Then anybody that's a member can then come in and say, "Oh, I served an hour," and then get it approved, and the time dollar get minted, right? And once you have that time dollar, you can use that to exchange for somebody else for some service. Maybe you want to use it for babysitting, right? Or maybe you want to put it back into the project and say, hey, you minted this time dollar, but I want to give it back to you guys to be able to produce more activity for this purpose. So it kind of gets that economic engine started without having to start from real money. But it uses labor, which is capital, to actually get that generation movement. So it's really just signing up communities and then activities.
So it's like you're bartering with a community service and good actions.
Yes. Yeah. Basically, your time is what matters, right? Your time is value. So we're just recognizing time at a one-to-one issue instead of worrying about the fiat nature of like, oh, this is $33.40. No, you spent the hour of time, and that's valuable to us as a community. And we're willing to operate on that basis amongst those who are amongst us, right? Because we have that shared common goal. So it's built around that concept.
Gotcha. And is there a scenario where, let's say I really need a babysitter and I'm willing to pay 1.2 hours per hour? Is that possible? Or right now, just one-to-one? But
no, absolutely. So basically, you don't have to go through the main mechanisms. You could always do peer-to-peer. And that's where the generation comes from. But because you have that core admin part, they have the ability to actually start working on that issuance part to make sure it's a balanced ecosystem. And the redemption always comes back to, okay, what are the things that we're honoring? So it provides an organic, community-focused local currency, essentially.
Got it. And do people need to front any money? So let's say, for example, I am doing graffiti, and let's say, a lot of them, they get grants from the government or something. And let's say the city council gives $5,000 to the church, for example, to clean up graffiti on a few different places. Do they put that $5,000 in and say, hey, here's $5,000 up for grabs? Whoever helps clean it, we'll distribute it? Or do they? Okay.
Yes, it absolutely has a capacity. So that's why we structure it as projects that are composed of payment stable coins as well as time dollars and some combination of, because that allows you to essentially pay for things that you need to, or redeem even time dollars if necessary. Say, hey, we know you did this work, and if you want to redeem it for this value that we had available, you can do so. So we want to make sure that there's that on ramp, off ramp organically within the system, but providing a very clear mechanism to say we are not dependent on those funds, but we have access to them and we can use them as needed.
Gotcha. We're going towards, that movie Just in Time with Justin Timberlake, where they have time and they can buy time. So
pretty much. Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay. Those are my main questions.
Thank you very much, Jamari, for coming and presenting the village. I'm going to move you backstage, and next up, I'm going to invite Chris to come and present Light Tombbo. So Chris, you'll be joining us on stage. Welcome. I think you're muted.
Nice.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry, I cannot share my screen. I think something is missing.
Oh. Did you join on Chrome?
Yep. Can I reload it again?
Yeah, so I'll send you backstage and we'll move forward, and then we'll come back to you in the next one. So we're moving forward then. So instead of Light Tombbo, actually we can do one of our teams who is not able to present live. So we've got a recording of their pitch because we didn't want you all to miss out on seeing one of these amazing projects just because they couldn't make it live. So in order to do that, I'm going to share my screen and the screen, and we're going to watch the Algo Arena pitch.
Hi, everyone. In crypto, we see all day crypto prices moving up and down, losing money. But what if trading wasn't about charts and spreadsheets? but about strategy, competition, and AI gladiators. The traditional trading is broken. It requires hours of learning, complex analysis, and let's be honest, most people lose money. But what if you could compete in real markets without the risk of losing your shirt? What if AI did the heavy lifting and you just pick the winning strategy and your gladiators to bet on the prices? So here, presenting Algo Arena, the world's first AI trading auto battler built on the Movement network. You don't trade, but your AI agents do. So currently we are finishing off with round 13, and let's go for another round. And here you can see that I am connected with my Nightly wallet, and here we can choose an asset for our next round. For example, currently we support Move, BTC, ETH, and all of these price feeds are fetched in real time. So I'm connected, and the best part that the round starts at 95.38. So let me hire a bearish band because I see early bearish lines. And in order to hire AI agent, we use X402 protocol. So here I'm hiring the bear agent, and it's getting hired. Yeah. And now you can see that my total PNL in the arena for the AI agent, and you can see that it just opened a short position. You can already see that my PNL has been on 0.01, which is really good. And so currently I'm connected with my 0x20, and you can also boost these agents with the help of 402. Boosting means it will be able to open more trades on the positions. And yeah, you can see that it's boosted, and we're live on the Move mainnet. And now let me connect with my another wallet in order to show you. So let's say I'm connected with 0x85e, and now let's say I pick the crab carol. So I approved and I've hired crab carol, and crab carol has opened a long position at 95.52 here, and it has just placed 2 trades, and you can see the power of it. And this is for my second wallet where it shows the number of active agents, and the round is going to be ending in 6 seconds. So we're going to see which one of us is the winner, the first wallet or the second wallet. So round 14 was completed, and I had a nil profit, and the first winner was another wallet with 0.10. So the bearish agent won in this case. Now, each of these 3 agents powered by the X402 protocol have their own strategies. For example, the cracker roll does mean reversion trades, 20% random entry, and it takes profit at this point. And we have bearish pen, which opens short position on pumps, whereas the bullish bob opens long position on the dips, and it has 15% random entry. And whereas carob is like more sort of conservative nature, while these are degens, and the max hold time is 15 seconds for this agent to place trades. And then these are trading on live data fetched by the Pith network. So all these price feeds are fetched by Hermes and are displayed on our agent trading interface. And the Algo Arena has a contract which has these functionalities like the admin functions, which can initialize start round, end round, and update a player's PNL. And then we have player functionalities like register a player and hire agent, and you can boost your agent. And this is like the smart contract architecture where the game state, leaderboard, and leaderboard entry is being displayed. And this is the X402 payment flow. So whenever a user wants to hire an agent to place trades on the live price feeds, what he does is he sends a get message to the game server. Game server sets a 402 payment required, and then the user signs the message using Move. We have set a lower limit for the demo, like 0.001, and then the transaction is signed, and then the payment is sent to the game server, and it verifies the payment with the X402 Move facilitator in real time, and it submits the transaction. And when the payment is verified, the agent gets hired for the user. And this is the auto battler whole interface system overview. And the best part, you can even trade on Move, and so each user can vote on which price chart they want to trade. Now this would start at 0.04, and let's say I'm a bit let's say bullish in this case. Let's go Move. Let's be bullish. And now I sign the transaction, and of course you can see all the X402 payments in these transactions on the Movement Explorer itself. So if you go here, you'll see that yeah, this was the payment done for the X402, and the agent was hired, and now the agent is in profit. Right now it would open a trade, and it has a 15 seconds hold time. So that was all about Algo Arena. Go play it out. It's live on the Movement network. Right.
I think we're gonna go with you guys.
That's great. Awesome. Let me get the contract.
One last thing, you're SOC 2 compliant, right?
Sorry about the YouTube ad. My computer froze and I couldn't close it. So I hope everyone has got an opportunity to understand Algo Arena, and we're sorry they weren't able to join us to pitch live. So unfortunately, Tarab, if you do have questions, you'll have to keep them async because I won't be able to answer
Rahat
them.
is the representative because he's used it.
I can answer some questions.
Okay, got it. So just to confirm, this isn't a trading competition where it's bots just going head to head. This is me as a trader. I want to make some money, but I'd rather have some bots do it for me, just like they answer my questions my random question to ask ChatGPT. Similarly, I go to these bots and say, hey, can you go make me some money?
It's vibe trading.
Okay, it's vibe trading. Got it. And there's all these different bots. There's Crab Carol, Bearish Ben, Bullish Boris, whatever it was. So if do I go to the one? Is there like a market where I can see? Oh, I'm personally bullish, so I'm going to pick a bullish one. Or how do I figure out which agent I want to use?
Yeah, so if you're personally bullish, you would buy an agent under the bullish bob or whatever it was called. So you would have like some percentage of whatever you're doing towards like more bullish, I guess like long positions. So bullish bob will only open long positions based on like whatever data that it kind of gets. And then the opposite is true for like the bearish. I don't remember the name, the bearish one.
Okay, so then my question is, let's say for example, the three of us, me, you, and Rebecca, all are like, hey, you know what? We're all bullish. Can we all use bullish Ben, or does every person only get one specific agent, or can several people use the same agent?
Basically, several people can use the same agents. Like you're just hiring that bot to like work for you, but any number of people can hire that same bot.
Yeah, because like just like for example, if I do it and you do it an hour later, by the very nature they can't even have the same trade because the time differences.
Yeah.
But and then we'd be able to track like its historical performance, and then there might be certain bots that are just outperforming others.
Yep.
Okay, and then the people who make the bots, like let's say for example, I want to create an agent that has a specific logic or whatever. Do I get a percentage of profits?
Yeah, so you're hiring the bots through like X402, so those proceeds can go to like whoever actually built out those bots. So if I'm someone who's like really good at trading and I train some LLM to like take all of my knowledge and just like automate it, you're now basically paying for my knowledge via X402 with that bot.
Got it. So like an AI hedge fund.
Yeah.
Got it. Cool.
We know the judging has been done in depth when one of the judges can answer all the questions about the project. So thank you, Rahat, for sharing your insights from judging. We're going to go next to another live presentation. So Chris, I'm going to invite you back up again, and hopefully we can see light Tombbo.
Nice. Hi, everyone. Can you see my screen?
Yes, perfect. We can see ourselves, but presumably you'll change screens.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah. Well, this is like, okay. This is like Tombbo. It's a transaction streaming service for the DevX track in the hackathon. So the problem is movement is really, really fast, but developers and protocols like real-time visibility. So we got like delay reactive apps. And since there's not like a common framework for this, every team needs to reveal indexing logic. Well, it's not good at all. And the developer focus shift from building to babysitting infra. And we don't want that. The solution, so it's a real transaction streaming for the Move ecosystem, where it stream raw developer-friendly transaction data and solve the visibility problem on high throughput chains like Movement. And let's developer focus on shipping apps, bots, and games powered by live data. We just want a solution that is plug and play, and then we can continue developing. So the use case for this will be for DeFi protocols. You know, it's really important for the rebalancing or control the incentive. And for the consumer, it will be like a bad debt warning if you have a position in some DeFi protocol or follow copy. And with this, we can achieve whatever events-driven system. The roadmap is MVP as we created for the hackathon, then publishing a Rust crate that will be really, really friendly for Move developers, since Move is a Rust language. And then reliability, so we can like achieve that between how we host this and how we make it high available for developers, and expand the product to teams already built in the Movement ecosystem. So let's go to the demo. So this is our landing. We can see the essential toolkit that every Move developer needs. And we have like API access, no code indexing if you want. And this what we offer, real-time streams. It's hosted. So the question is, what will you build? So let's go to the app. Let's connect our wallet. In this case, I had Razer. So let's just connect. And here you can put your address that it will be listening through a WebSocket all the events that the smart contract produced. So now we have here, we have deposit, withdraw, and swaps. We have a bunch of events here because a swap can carry more events. And we can see our metrics there. So we have like swaps, deposit, withdrawals, and we can clear this view or export it into CSV. And this is our tires that we have. And you can look up this, and this goes to this. So our revenue model, we have like 3 plans and 1 free. So teams can do, build their team or protocol, or if it is an enterprise or more custom one, and you can just reach out and we can like help you with that. And thank you.
Thank you very much, Chris, for presenting Light Tombbo.
Yep, I had a few questions. So my first question is, when you built this, was there like 1 or 2 very specific use cases that you were thinking of, or was it because you ran into a problem yourself? I know you had mentioned like the problem, but can you give like a more tangible, like if I'm an ex, builder or person or project, like how would I utilize this?
Sure, I think all falls when you're like developing, your logic or the protocol that you're building, or let's say an app, and then you be like, okay, let's say my user transacts with my smart contract, and smart contract is doing this and that. Well, you have like state changes in your smart contract. There is some events that produce a state change. So you will be like, how I can monitor this? And you'll be like, okay, if I want to monitor this, and I do to do this code. And if it's large, you will like have a lot of codes for doing the same. So this is like kind of a framework. So a developer can just can import as a crate, and then it will be done. This is heavily inspired in other chains that are doing this.
Got it. So on what is the current like tooling that people use? Because I want to understand the problem more so I can understand the solution better. That's essentially why I'm asking.
So sure, you need to go to the WebSocket, and then you will need to start listening to all the events, and you need to do the decoding manually. In this case, it will be doing automatically for you. So then you can know all the events that is happening to the WebSocket, because the WebSocket is just like sending data a lot. And then you have the decoding, and then you can, with that, continue your workflow. Let's say you have a smart contract, and when it deposits something or a certain amount, you want to trigger something like an incentive, then you can do that with this.
So it's essentially like a real-time indexer.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay. And how long did you spend like building, or how long have you been thinking about this?
Yeah, it was a good question. I mean, since I got into playing with movement, I was like, okay, I want to build this and how I'm going to do it. So I probably will say that it's kind of like a month-ish. Okay,
that's really cool. Okay, we'll think about, potentially, is this going to be like a public good and then we fund it? Anyways, this is really interesting. So I appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Chris, for coming and presenting. Next up, we have Predictly. So I'm going to invite Faisal up to present. Hi, Faisal. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you. Wait, I want to share my screen.
Yes, please.
You hear me and see my presentation?
Yes, looks good.
Okay. GM everyone. Today prediction markets are growing, but they are not for everyday people. They are built for anonymous speculation, not for friends. So we built Predictly. What is Predictly? In this about Earth cause problem, what we solve, prediction markets today are risky and expensive. There's no flexible risk model and no native concept of private groups. And there is no simple way for friends and community to predict together. So this is a market overview, and yet the prediction market is exploding. We can see in this data, prediction market are scaling and growing high. So this gap in the market, what is missing simple? There are zero prediction market with specifically for small and trusted social groups. That is the gap what we are solving. So this is our solution called Predictly, a prediction market for friends group. We built Predictly, the social first prediction market built for friends group. This is our unique solution. Our unique feature is we have a flexible risk prediction for safe and fun. And this is how Predictly work. Let me show you how it works. First, user join and or create a private groups. Second, there are create prediction market and select the risk model. Members vote yes or no using move tokens. And when the outcome is known, a trusted friend resolves the market. In full digital mode, the winner takes the entire pool. In zero loss mode, winners earn yield while losers recover their capital. And this is our business model. Our business model is so simple. We charge 1 to 3% transaction fee per prediction pool, and we offer pro and enterprise subscription at $10 and $20 per month. And this is our roadmap. This is our roadmap for Q1 and Q4. We launched our core product during the Movement Hackathon, and next we release on testnet and grow up the community. Prediction market should not feel like casino. Predictly, predict with your friends. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Faisal, for presenting Predictly.
Yes, sir. So I had a few questions. There is this focus more so on the social side, where, for example, right now, if I use Polymarket or Kalshi or something, it's more so external, and this would be internal. So, like you said, who can run the fastest mile, and then we all put money in.
Yes.
Okay, got it. And the question is, so is the person who creates the market the oracle? So let's say, for example, me and like 20 guys, we all say, hey, whoever loses the most weight by the end of the month, how do we resolve if there's a dispute? Is it just like, hey, whoever's the admin, they get to make the decision, or whoever's the one who created the market?
In our platform, you can choose the resolve. Maybe you can choose your friend to resolve the market, and then maybe Bima can answer for us.
Okay, got it. I mean, I assume that there had to be some kind of trust, because you can't go to Chainlink and say, hey, who lost the most weight? There's no way for the oracle to know, right? So there's that. This is interesting because I have some friends that play fantasy football, and they all put money in. But what they do is they put the money in at the beginning of the season, obviously, because it's before the season starts. But there's several months in between when they deposit and the payout. So I know one group, one guy just trades, and then if he loses the money, the pot goes to zero. If he makes money, then the pot goes up. But it'd be interesting, for example, if they all put money in and they just earn yield on it, or they use the algo world and they hire some agents to trade for them, and then they can resolve it afterwards. But this is really cool.
Thank you very much, Faisal, for coming and presenting Predictly. So we have another project who couldn't attend live, but we didn't want you to miss out on the demo. So we're going to show you now the Fallen Court. I'm going to share my screen to present. I do get muted when I share my screen, so I apologize for the brief pause in sound.
Is there sound coming out? All right, Rebecca, I think you're muted.
I get muted when I share my sound. I can hear the sound, but if no one else can, then what I might do is share the link to the demo video. Can anyone else in chat confirm if they could hear the sound?
Oh, I cannot hear it.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Right. Okay. We'll skip the Fallen Court for now. I really hope we are able to get you to see it, because it's a very cool video. It's interesting. Algo Arena worked fine, and I did the same thing, but maybe just a funny 10 minutes. So we'll move on to another live pitch, and then we'll try again after. So next up, we have Move Hat. So I'm going to invite... Ooh. Somehow the room has got even busier as the event has gone on, which is making it even harder to find people. But I love to see the support from everyone here for the finalists. It's great to see. So now we are going to move on to Move Hat. You should be up on stage. I think you're muted.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I have to reconnect for some reason.
Welcome. Do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, can you see my screen?
It's just loading for me. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, hi, I'm Gilbert Tomada, and I do have a quick question. Like, how many of you guys have built with Hard Hat on Ethereum? So maybe a lot of us. So MoveHat brings that same development experience to Movement. So it's a full development framework with a CLI entry point. Today, building in Move has 3 blockers. First, setup friction, too much manual config and address management. Second, no real local loop. So testing feels fragmented and not production-like. And third, and the biggest one, if you ask me, like no mainnet fork. So you cannot test against real estate safely. So MoveHat is the missing developer layer for Movement. It gives builders a Hard Hat-like workflow, one standard project structure, one configuration, and one command set. So teams can start building immediately. MoveHat achieves 4 key features. First, dual testing, so fast move unit test and TypeScript tests that run real transactions. Second, one command local node with deterministic funded accounts. Third, a mainnet fork that lazy loads states and stores it as a human readable JSON. And fourth, deployment tracking per network. So you always know what's deployed, where, and avoid accidental redeploys. At a high level, it's simple. A standard workflow, real local execution, and forked mainnet state. This is built for Solidity teams moving to Movement, plus Move teams who want professional testing and deployments, and also for us, builders who want to ship fast. About the competitive snapshot, most alternatives are low-level CLIs or scripts. They don't provide a full workflow, and none offers mainnet fork. That is our edge. And as a result, onboarding goes from hours to minutes, configs collapse to one source of truth, and tests get a production state realism. About our roadmap, our public launch and docs, plugin system, fork optimizations for faster sync and caching, and performance improvements, and maybe we'll implement Rust where it matters. And just a quick demo, you install the CLI, you just type MoveHat init, you just start your project. You can go to the folder, install the dependencies, and just by running npx movehat compile, you can compile your smart contracts. You can also run movehat help, and then you have more commands like test, fork, update, compile, etc. And just to close, movehat is Hard Hat-like tooling for movement, real local execution, and mainnet fork testing. It is open source, it is public, and it's public good. Thank you.
Thank you very much for presenting. I'm loving the competitive spirit in the chat as well. Torab, did you have some questions?
Oh, no, this is, so just so you guys know, when I first started at Movement, obviously I'm a founding team member. One of the first questions I would get from Solidity devs is, do you guys have Hard Hat? And the answer was always no. But moving forward, maybe the answer will be different. So this is actually really exciting. This has been asked a lot. Rahat was telling me that he was even using this. And so I do think that anything that makes life better for developers, because as you guys know, one of the biggest problems is getting Move developers on. And if we have primitive tooling, we already have all these things working against us, right? Because Solidity, it's so big and there's always so many jobs and all these different chains you can deploy on. So this is actually really amazing. And yeah, man, I'm really excited about this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Were
no
you building
questions, I guess.
Solidity before?
Sorry?
You were a Solidity builder or dev before?
Yeah. Absolutely,
Okay.
man. I
Okay, so
started
you're like,
building
hey,
Solidity
I
as
wish
smart
this
contract.
existed for me, so I'm gonna make it for everyone else and myself.
We will.
Great stuff. Okay, thank you very much for presenting Move Hat. The DevX category in this hackathon has been amazing to see what's been submitted. We have another project now, which is Ashfall. So I'm going to invite Joshua up to stage. And then I think unless the Trace team, if you are here now, can you pop a message in chat? And other than that, we have a couple of recordings. Trace is here. Amazing. So we will have Trace up next after Ashfall now, and then hopefully we'll be able to see the Fallen Core. I'll have another go with our screen share. But otherwise, welcome. I think you are muted, by the way, Joshua, because I can't see you on stage.
Am I audible?
Oh, yes, you are. Okay, handing over to you.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is.
All right. Hello all. So let me start with the demo. Ashfall is an on-chain dungeon crawler. Wait a second.
Hang on, yeah, could you just mute the video? Perfect.
So Ashfall is an on-chain dungeon crawler with a Web 2-like user experience. So I have used Privy embedded wallets and Shinami gas station for gasless transactions. So user just signs in with their email and they can create a character. And I can choose warrior and I create. So this sends a transaction and you don't see any pop-ups or any gas fees paid. So we can see that the fee payer is actually paying the gas and we're creating the character. So you can see that I have just 0 move. So anyone with no crypto wallets can start playing this game. So I collect my collectibles and I can even go to the rooms to fight against enemies. So this is like a classic RPG game where you tactically decide on how to use your resources to effectively beat your enemies. So you'll be facing a lot of enemies. So you can see that every single move is a transaction, but you don't even realize that the transaction is going on. And the enemies use invisible wallets to sign backend transactions, but you use your own wallet using the gas station. So we have 2 Shinami integrations done in this project. So this is just a first floor, so the enemies are too easy, but there are 5 floors and the enemies get progressively harder and they have different abilities as well. Yes, so once I complete this floor, I can go to the next floor. No, this is the same floor. It's the final room. So I fast forward this entire fight. Yes. All right. So yeah, this is also I'm showcasing all of the moves available. So defending increases mana and helps you do heavy attacks. So it refills your mana to do heavy attacks that do more damage. So this is warrior, but different characters like mage and rogue have different abilities in the game. Yeah, so now I create the room, I can go to the next floor. So when you go to the next floor, your progress is saved and your loot is being stored in the stash so that next time when you play the game, you can use one of those loots for a better damage and health. So yes, so now we're gonna face a different kind of enemy. So here we see skeletons. So these are like a bit harder, they do more damage. So it's just, yeah, so there's a lot of other enemies in this game that you can try and have fun with. All right, so let me go back and I'll explain the rules more clear. So you first create a character, enter the dungeon. So you choose one of these characters, each have their own abilities and attack, heavy attack, defend and heal. So that's the 4 moves that you can make. And we have common, uncommon, rare, epic and legendary items. So you each have their own probability of popping up on the screen. And there are 5 types of enemies and a dungeon lord on the 5th floor. So since we have a short duration for the demo, I have to skip them. So feel free to try the game and let me know. Yeah.
Thank you very much for presenting Ashfall.
Nice. So some questions. Is the goal for this to, for example, to become a mobile app, or is it just to be a desktop game?
I believe, I think mobile app is more attractive for people because a lot of people spend time on their mobiles playing games. So I want to have collectibles and more paid features, like they can pay and get more loot and have more levels and play a real time against real users, like a multiplayer game. But for the MVP, I built it like this so that I can showcase the movement integration with Shinami effectively. Yeah.
And would the collectibles be NFTs?
Yes, of course. Like even the skins, like the legendary things you can trade with each other. Like if you picked a really rare item, you can sell it on the marketplace for real money, like real USDC.
Got it. And from economic perspective, again, I'm just asking these questions because obviously I haven't
Sure,
played the
sure.
if I thought that can I go head to head against someone, or can we have like a
yes,
competition?
definitely. That's what like we definitely need multiplayer for virality. Like people need to come together to play this game, not just playing alone. So that's like the end goal for this game, so that people can team up together and beat dungeons, or team up together and beat fight against each other. So that's the kind of goal that we're moving towards.
Okay, so let's say me and my 3 friends want to go against you and your 3 friends, so it's like a 4v4, and then I say, you know what, I think I can. Are they able to like put funds up to be like, we're going to beat you, or they just get it through the collectibles? The answer's whatever answer you give me is totally fine.
You could wager, definitely. That'd be a cool feature to integrate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, those are my main questions, because I think this framework in general it's going to go down to how successful can every game be with their go-to-market strategy, acquiring users. But I do think that the framework they're using is the right way to think about it.
Thank you very much, Joshua, for coming and presenting Ashfall. I'm going to send you backstage, and we have our last live pitch of the day, and that is Trace, who has been trash talking in the chat. So we're looking forward to this one. I think you're muted.
Yep. I hope I'm visible now.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me share my screen. Okay.
We can see your screen.
Yeah, nice. So hello everyone, I'm Parikshit, and today I'm going to introduce you to Trace. Right. So right now the problem is, if you're building on chain, you're testing blind. Testnets, they don't have real liquidity, real protocol states, or real user data. You only find something's broken when it's already on mainnet, right? So the solution that we bring you is Trace. So Trace solves this with one click. You fork mainnet. So I'm highlighting here the mainnet part. Okay, we are forking the movement mainnet, so you get real contracts, real balances, and real liquidity pools into your own this sort of private environment, so that you can test anything you want with zero risk. Now I'll show you the demo for this. For this, I'll be using the Joule Money Markets mainnet contract. And as you can see in this, you can see that I'm creating a new session. So each session you can layer many transactions on top of it, and that's how it works. Okay. So let's suppose I've named this session as anything, and then I choose a network, the network that you want to fork, and the ledger version that you want to fork at. Okay. Once you create this session, you get to do many things. You can fund your wallet, you can do transactions on it. Okay, so all of this data that we get here is the mainnet data. So right now I am doing funding of my wallet. So each session you will get a default wallet, you can add more as well. As you can see, I've funded my wallet, and I will be now sending a transaction. So this 06A is the Joule's mainnet address. I'll be using this pool module, and I'll be showcasing you the lend transaction here. As you can see, I'll be doing a lend transaction of move token. Here you can see that these are the 3 parameters basically. The first is which position do you want to deposit at. The second is how much do you want to deposit, and the third is, do you want to create a new position or not. So basically it is simulating on a mainnet data or a mainnet fork. Okay, now I'll be sending this transaction. Nice. So once this is done, as you can see, the lend transaction was very successful. You can see that it consumed 988 gas, 51 execs were done, and these were the events. So these events were fired after the transaction was successfully done or on the mainnet fork. These are the inputs that I've already submitted, and these are the resources that were manipulated during this whole transaction process. Here I'll be showing you more resources. So user pools map, there is this user positions map. These resources are basically manipulated during a transaction, and here you can see that as well. Yep. So what I want to say is no more testing against fake data. Fork your real network, run your transactions, and see exactly what happens, or all before you touch your production. Thank you, and that's Trace for you.
Thank you very much for coming and presenting, Trace.
Yes. So wait, what? Why am I blurred? I will say that this was one of the projects that, as it was getting built, that I saw people really excited about, and by people I mean Rahat. He's like, "Hey, we can fork mainnet." So this is actually really cool. You know, I can tell just because it was like Tenderly, Hard Hat. There was another one that people would always ask for. Well, there was always say it again.
Surf pool.
Yeah,
it uses light game.
Yeah. So this is actually really cool. Again, anything that makes it easier for people to build and makes it easier to go to market and makes it easier just to be a builder. These are the types of things that obviously high level. And then of course there's the teams that are go to market. So this is actually really cool. A few questions I had is where are you based and how long have you been building?
So I'm based from India, and I've been building from the start. That is when the M1 was introduced, and yeah, it took a while because I was facing many issues while building this. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It took a whole month to complete the VM modifications, adding extra modules on the existing movement VM, etc. Yeah.
Gotcha. And what were you doing before this? Like, where'd you go to college or university?
No. So I'm graduate. I've been working for many years now, three to four, and yeah. Before this, I'm currently I'm basically doing full stack and integrations. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. This is really cool. I see people are trying to matchmake in the comments. They're trying to make marriages happen. Arranged marriages happening in the hackathon. I like it.
Yeah, it's great vibes. Okay, thank you very much for coming and presenting, Trace. I'm glad we could get you up on stage. So now we're going to try one more time to show you all the Fallen Court. So if you can all help me out and let me know if you hear the system audio, because it should have worked last time and it didn't. So we'll see if it works. If not, if someone on stage, Torab or Rahat, if you can just interrupt me, and unfortunately we won't be able to watch it live. But we'll give it one more try because it is such a
there it
goes. This is the Fallen Court. It's a browser-based dungeon crawler for desktop and mobile. Something happened here. Something that turned a palace into a prison. Now there's a demon king on a throne, a trapped spirit in the depths, a prisoner who refuses to leave his cell, and a wanderer who keeps showing up where he shouldn't be. Ghosts, merchants, scholars, spirits, everyone you meet seems to recognize you. They've been waiting for you, and you don't remember any of them. This is a dungeon that wants to be understood. Every wing holds pieces of something. Every creature here has a story they're desperate to tell or desperate to hide. Learn a ghost's final dance. Maybe it opens a passage. Maybe it opens something else. Route light through shattered mirrors. Arrange books on a librarian's shelf and discover there's more than one way to be right. You'll meet wanderers, different faces, different ages. Maybe they're connected. Maybe they're not. Pay attention. Connect your wallet, and the dungeon will start to know you. Doors that weren't there before, choices that didn't exist. Find the mysterious pen of spirits, not for writing to yourself, but for writing to everyone who comes after you. Messages carved into the blockchain. Warnings, hints, lies. Every note you leave, other players will find. Some rooms are cursed. The chapel writhes with corruption you can barely see through. You can offer gold to ease it, or offer token to cleanse it completely. Mint absolution, and the blight lifts permanently, just for you. Or donate to the collection box, and your name appears in the Book of Life. Blessed. But steal from it, your name goes in another book, the Book of the Damned, and that one doesn't forget. 5 figures, 5 endings, 5 versions of what this place used to be. The Demon King waits. He's been waiting a long time, and when you finally reach him, you'll need more than a sword. Some endings require exploration, some require the blockchain. The best ending? Well, that's for you to find out. The prisoner, the wanderer, the trapped spirit, the librarian, the Demon King. One of them did something unforgivable. One of them is lying. One of them might be you. The question isn't who to save, it's who to believe.
I was simultaneously like amped up and scared.
Yeah. Every time I watch that, I get like maybe slightly hypnotized. I don't know. It's a very well made pitch video. So very, very cool. And unfortunately we couldn't have it presented live, but I guess we wouldn't have had the music if we'd had it live. So it's
The funniest thing is that like while he was building this, he was live every single day as he was coding it. So you could go back and watch him build it live.
Event. Oh, that is funny. But an absolutely amazing way to end out the pitches in the M1 Hackathon, because it's an amazing production. Rahat, do you have any comments about the apps? I know you were kind of keeping up with it.
Yeah, I guess like for that last one, if you try the game, it's really cool. It's like a sort of a different take on Web3 gaming. The Web3 or crypto aspects of it are like very interwoven into the story. Like when you start playing, you don't connect wallet, you don't do anything. You do eventually, but it's part of the story and you have to unlock that part. And like it's the first time I've ever seen someone actually take like crypto mechanics and put them into the game itself. So it's really cool to see that.
Nice. Okay, so that is all of our pitches that we have today. So you can see how competitive this hackathon was, not just from the trash talk in the chat. Well, not trash talk, it's very polite, but the trash talk in the chat and the amazing pitches that we've seen. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to hide our judges by making myself full screen. Because we need to confirm our winners before we go on to announcing. So I'm sure there's some discussions potentially happening backstage, any last minute changes and decisions that need to be made. And in the meantime, I'm going to be here congratulating everyone for participating in the M1 Hackathon. I hope you had an amazing experience. Those of you who were selected as finalists, you should be so incredibly proud of that as an achievement. As you can see, it was not an easy hackathon to get in the top 10 of, and we've had some amazing projects come out of it in all the categories. And a massive thank you to the Movement team for running such an amazing hackathon, despite the technical difficulties that we obviously had towards the end. It's amazing to see such a breadth of things being built, developer tools, games, consumer apps, DeFi, I think the X402 category as well. And also something I'm really looking forward to, because the hackathon doesn't end here, is the People's Choice Award. So this is going to give you guys the opportunity to vote on, from the teams who are shortlisted, your favorite project that was built during the hackathon, and they have the potential to win a prize which hasn't been decided yet. So today is not the end of the hackathon. Today we're going to announce the shortlist for the People's Choice, and then we'll share more details about how you can vote for your favorite project once the competition has been set up. But massive thank you to everyone who attended the finale event. Even if you didn't make it as a finalist, I hope you've been inspired. I hope you continue building your projects if you did submit, even if you weren't chosen as the top 10, because that doesn't mean that you didn't build something incredibly cool and that the judges weren't impressed. It just means that the competition was really tough. So you should still be really proud. I've been sending out all the certificates to people. So well done. I hope you kind of scream and shout about having participated in the hackathon, and I hope you're excited to continue building. I'm just going to check to see if we have any updates from the judges. No one else can see you, but Rahat, when you're ready to announce finalists, just give me a thumbs up, because I can see you. And we'll get on to announcing the judges. I'm not trying to stall just for anticipation, but it does add a bit of fun to the event. So I hope our finalists are sitting with their fingers crossed and getting ready to find out who the winners of the hackathon are. Judges, do we think we're ready to announce? Okay, let's announce. Right. So I'm going to share my screen again. So hopefully you can see my screen. Nice, it's loaded. Let me just change the view back so we can see our gallery again. So we have 5 categories to announce today, and then our shortlist for the People's Choice. We're going to do this one at a time. I'd love comments from Rahat and Torab, who I know you've only just seen the projects, but you're about to find out as well who our winners are. I'd love any kind of comments about why these projects stood out, because obviously the hackathon has had some really cool things being built, and I'm sure every category was very competitive. Let's start with the best DeFi app category. So Rahat, do you want to do the honors and announce our winner for this category?
Yeah, sounds good. So the winner for best DeFi app is Predictly.
Congratulations, Predictly. And I'd love to see loads of excitement in chat. We've got reactions switched on. So if we want to have some celebrations, that would be great to see. Why is it that Predictly stood out as the best DeFi app?
Yeah, I think so this was judged beforehand as well by two folks on our team who are very much DeFi degens, and they were very, very strict on how they were judging, and they really wanted something that just like kind of stood out to them. So one of the things I got from the feedback I got for Predictly was like, yeah, this is like a consumer DeFi thing. You can actually get people, playing with this like within their friend groups, and it also has like this element of like you're earning yield and stuff as you're doing the predictions. So definitely cool to like see both like the fun prediction market aspect within like a private friend group, plus like access to like the different parts of DeFi.
It's always best to have a hackathon DeFi track judged by degens. Great choice of judges from the Movement team there. Congratulations to Predictly, who we saw pitching earlier. Okay, next up we have the best gaming app category. Rahat, do you want to do the honors?
Yeah, so this one is the, well, they couldn't be here, the Fallen Court.
So congratulations to the Fallen Court. I'm happy that everyone got to see their amazingly produced pitch video. And it's a shame that he wasn't able to present live, but it's really cool as well that he was building in public during the hackathon. It's great to see. And yeah, any comments on this one, Rahat?
Yeah, this, I would say like this is one of the games where like I actually went back and played again after I did the judging, which does not happen very often. And I think everything from like the story, and I was mentioning before to how like the crypto mechanics are woven into the story. It's very well thought out. And yeah, it's a fun game. So
well, that tells you a lot, because Rahat has had to judge a lot of projects in this hackathon. So going back for a second go is quite the achievement from a project. So congratulations to the Fallen Core, even though you couldn't come and present live. Next up, we have the best new DevX tool. I know this was a very competitive category. Who was our winner?
It was really, really hard to choose. And I think the winner changed like 5 or 6 times. But we ultimately settled on Trace.
Congratulations, Trace. Why is it in the end, after 5 or 6 changes, did Trace come out on top?
It was definitely, this is one of the tools, like Travis mentioned, that, builders are constantly asking for. Like, we want to see tenderly type solution on Movement. That was one. And then 2, like when I had like kind of gone in and dived into what the Trace team had done, like they've literally forked the Movement VM and like made it so that you could create all these virtual testnets that you can actually do transactions and stuff on. It was crazy just to see that. Just like the level of depth that the team kind of like went into was really just like amazing.
Congratulations to the Trace team. Next up, we have.
I was just going to say, Rahat, would you be mad if I'm thinking about an audible here where we're able to have potentially 2 winners for this track, just because
we could have 2 winners for this track.
Okay. So just because of, I know how much developers have been wanting it, we're going to announce a double winner here of Trace and MoveHat. And so both teams will be able to receive individual prize here. So this was not planned, but just given that, I have to do it for both of them. So we'll do a double winner here.
Okay, congratulations, MoveHat.
Yes.
Sorry, your name's not on the slide. I'll edit it later before the final announcements go out. Congratulations, MoveHat and Trace. Okay, so best consumer app next.
So best consumer app goes to SportsMove. It was really cool to see kind of like actual sports data being brought on chain. I think there's a lot of cool opportunities here for like different fun things that we can do, putting like sports betting on chain.
Congratulations, SportsMove. We have the best X402 app, I think, lastly in our main categories.
Yeah, and X42 would go to Algo Arena. And that'll be announced later. I think I'm I'm a developer, so I'm a very lazy person, which I think most of you who are developers kind of like agree with. I want to make money. I don't want to track everything. So I think vibe trading is like a really cool thing. So X402 goes to Algo Arena.
Congratulations to this team. And sorry, we couldn't see them present live, but luckily we have seen about their project. Now, that just leaves us to announce the People's Choice shortlist. So this is 5 teams, I think, who are being sent on to the People's Choice Award, or the People's Choice competition, rather. So you, as the public, as our community, have the opportunity to vote for your favorite project, all of which you would have seen pitched today, and decide the winner of the People's Choice category. So we have 5 teams going forward to this. We have Movers Maps, Ashfall, Algo Arena, The Village, and The Fallen Core. So more information will come later about how you can vote in the community choice competition, but we really encourage you to do so. It's an amazing thing to have in a hackathon, to give you guys the opportunity to vote for your favorite winner. The judges have spent all the time in the world going over all the projects in all the depth, so much so that Rahat is able to stand in for the devs when it comes to explaining the product. But it's your opportunity to be the judge yourself and decide as a community member what is your favorite project. Rahat, do you want to speak a bit about why these projects were moved forward to the shortlist?
Yeah, I think like all these projects have done, one of the things that we had like put into for like the People's Choice kind of extension to the hackathon was like, did you build something that would be appreciated and loved by like our existing community? So our community team actually went in and like pretty much helped to choose all of these folks. So these are kind of like handpicked by Merck and Paco, who kind of like lead our community side of things. So they've all felt like these would make a really cool impact on people, who they see every day within the movement community. So it'll be very interesting to see kind of like how everyone reacts to this. So yeah.
Cool. I'm looking forward to the competition. More information will be shared. So do keep an eye out for that so that you can vote in that. So that is all of our winners and our shortlist for the People's Choice. That just goes to say, quick note that all prizes are subject to due diligence and a final review, just in case anything untoward has happened, but we doubt it has. And winners are going to be contacted regarding next steps and also the shortlisted teams for the competition. Congratulations, everyone. I've already done a bit of the short spiel about how obviously I hope you've had an amazing M1 hackathon. I hope you don't stop building here, but you should all be extremely proud of building, submitting. If you made it through tech difficulties, I hope it's been a valuable learning experience, and I hope you keep contributing to Move. Stick around in the Encode community if you are new here. We look forward to seeing you in future events, and I'm sure for those of you who didn't make it as finalists this time, if you keep building, if you keep improving your pitching, one day you will be selected as a finalist and potentially come and present to a community and get lavished with praise, or maybe some competition in the chat. As we wrap up, I will let the movement team say any final words. Thank you everyone also for sticking around. I know we've run over massively, but it's been an amazing opportunity to see some of the really cool projects being built on Movement. Do we have any final words, movement team?
I'll just quickly say this is definitely, in my opinion, been the greatest output and successful hackathon that we've ever had. So I don't know if it's Encode, if it's just Rahat, or if it's a combination of all of them together. But I do think that in terms of actual quality projects that have come out, this has been the best. And maybe that's just because it's a bear market and that's when all the best things happen. But I'm actually really excited about this. And for all the participants, I'm very happy to be here. Very excited to see this, and just know that regardless if you're a winner or not, we want to continue supporting you. And then this is just one stage, but I'll hand it off to Rahat.
Yeah, I mean, definitely to echo what Tarab was saying, like even if you didn't make it to like the top 10 or whatever, I know there's a bunch of you who still had really, really cool projects. Any way we can help and support, let us know. If you need further debugging, if you want to use any of the cool DevX tools that have come out from this project to like help you build out further, you can definitely do that. But yeah, hopefully you guys felt supported throughout the hackathon, and that definitely extends beyond the hackathon as well.
I'm so glad to hear that the hackathon from a movement's perspective has been extremely successful. So I hope everyone is really happy coming out of the event today. Congratulations to our winners, of course. Everyone, I hope to see you around very soon. But otherwise, have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your week. And yeah, see you around.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye, y'all. Thank you.